Hello and welcome back to the Diplomacy Hub. In today's video we will be talking about why does the future of pension funds in many countries look increasingly uncertain? The future of pension funds in many countries looks increasingly uncertain due to a number of economic and demographic factors. In recent years, many developed countries have seen a steady increase in the number of retirees and a decrease in the number of workers paying into pension funds. This demographic shift is putting a significant strain on government budgets and has raised concerns about the sustainability of pension funds in the long term. Here are some of the key reasons why countries may not have the money to finance future pension funds. Demographic shifts. Demographic shifts are changes in the size, composition, and distribution of populations over time. These shifts can have a significant impact on societies and economies, affecting everything from healthcare and education to employment and retirement. One of the most significant demographic shifts taking place in many countries today is the aging of populations. As people live longer and have fewer children, the proportion of older adults in the population is increasing. This trend is particularly pronounced in developed countries, where life expectancy has increased dramatically over the past century. The aging of populations has a number of important implications for societies and economies. One of the most significant is the strain it places on healthcare systems, as older adults tend to require more medical care than younger people. This can result in higher healthcare costs for individuals and governments alike. Another major impact of demographic shifts is on the workforce. As populations age, there are fewer younger workers entering the labor force to replace retirees. This can result in labor shortages in certain industries and geographic areas, which can in turn drive up wages and reduce economic growth. Perhaps the most significant impact of demographic shifts, however, is on retirement and pension systems. As more people retire and draw on pension funds, there is a growing concern about the sustainability of these systems over the long term. This is particularly true in countries with low birth rates and aging populations, where there may not be enough younger workers to support retirees through their pension contributions. To address these challenges, governments and policymakers may need to consider a range of policy solutions, including increasing the retirement age, encouraging immigration, and promoting policies that support families and encourage higher birth rates. Ultimately, the success of these efforts will depend on a range of social, economic, and political factors, and will require a concerted effort from a range of stakeholders. Increasing life expectancy. Increasing life expectancy is one of the most significant demographic shifts taking place in many countries around the world. Advances in healthcare, improvements in living standards, and other factors have all contributed to longer lifespans for many people. While this trend is generally seen as a positive development, it also has important implications for societies and economies. One of the most significant impacts of increasing life expectancy is on healthcare systems. As people live longer, they tend to require more medical care, which can put a strain on healthcare resources and drive up costs. This is particularly true for older adults, who are more likely to experience chronic health conditions and require long-term care. In addition, increasing life expectancy can also have important implications for families and social networks. This can put a strain on intergenerational relationships and may require new models of care and support to meet the needs of older adults. Perhaps the most significant impact of increasing life expectancy, however, is on retirement and pension systems. As people live longer, they may spend more years in retirement, which can put a strain on pension funds and other retirement savings vehicles. This can be particularly challenging in countries with low birth rates and aging populations, where there may not be enough younger workers to support retirees through their pension contributions. Inadequate contributions. Inadequate contributions to pension funds are a major challenge facing many countries around the world. Inadequate contributions occur when governments, employers, or individuals do not contribute enough money to pension funds to cover the retirement benefits that are promised to retirees. This can occur for a variety of reasons, including political pressure to keep taxes low, concerns about economic competitiveness, and lack of financial literacy or awareness among individuals. The consequences of inadequate contributions to pension funds can be severe. If pension funds do not have enough money to pay promised benefits, they may be forced to reduce benefits, delay payments, or even become insolvent. This can be particularly devastating for retirees who depend on these funds to support themselves in retirement. In addition, inadequate contributions can also have a negative impact on the broader economy. If pension funds become insolvent, it can create uncertainty in financial markets and reduce investor confidence. In addition, if retirees do not have enough income to support themselves, they may need to rely on government assistance programs, which can strain government budgets and reduce resources for other important public services. To address the challenge of inadequate contributions to pension funds, governments and policymakers may need to consider a range of policy solutions. These may include 1. Increasing contributions. Governments, employers, and individuals may need to contribute more money to pension funds to ensure they have enough money to pay promised benefits. 2. Reforming pension systems. Pension systems may need to be reformed to make them more sustainable over the long term. 2. This may involve increasing the retirement age, reducing benefits, or exploring alternative forms of retirement savings. 3. Promoting financial literacy. Individuals may need to be better educated about the importance of saving for retirement and the risks associated with inadequate contributions. 4. Encouraging public-private partnerships. Governments may need to work with private sector partners to create new retirement savings vehicles that can supplement traditional pension plans. Ultimately, the success of efforts to address inadequate contributions to pension funds will depend on a range of social, economic, and political factors. However, by taking action to address this challenge, governments and policymakers can help ensure that retirees have the financial security they need to enjoy a comfortable and fulfilling retirement. Economic uncertainty. Economic uncertainty is a major challenge facing many countries around the world. Economic uncertainty occurs when there is volatility or unpredictability in the economy, such as slow growth, high debt, or low interest rates. This can make it difficult for businesses and individuals to plan for the future and can create instability in financial markets. One of the primary impacts of economic uncertainty is on investment and economic growth. When investors are uncertain about the future of the economy, they may be hesitant to invest in new projects or ventures, which can slow economic growth and job creation. Another impact of economic uncertainty is on consumer behavior. When consumers are uncertain about their future economic prospects, they may be more hesitant to spend money or take on new debt. This can result in reduced demand for goods and services, which can further slow economic growth. Perhaps the most significant impact of economic uncertainty, however, is on public finances. Governments often rely on stable economic growth to generate revenue and fund public services. When the economy is uncertain, however, this revenue stream may be disrupted, which can put a strain on government budgets and make it difficult to fund important public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. To address the challenge of economic uncertainty, governments and policymakers may need to consider a range of policy solutions. These may include 1. Stimulating economic growth. Governments may need to implement policies that promote economic growth and job creation, such as infrastructure investments, tax incentives, and business-friendly regulations. 2. Building financial resilience. Governments and individuals may need to build financial resilience by saving more, reducing debt, and diversifying investments to prepare for economic downturns. 4. Enhancing transparency. Governments and financial institutions may need to enhance transparency and communication to reduce uncertainty and build trust in financial markets. Ultimately, the success of efforts to address economic uncertainty will depend on a range of social, economic, and political factors. To address these challenges, governments and policymakers may need to consider a range of policy solutions. These may include investing in education and training programs to close the skills gap, promoting the development of new industries and technologies, and strengthening social safety nets to support workers in a changing economy. Ultimately, the success of efforts to address the economy of work will depend on a range of social, economic, and political factors. However, by taking action to promote stability and opportunity in the labor market, governments and policymakers can help ensure that workers are able to access meaningful, rewarding work that supports their families and contributes to the overall prosperity of their communities. As we've explored, the future of pension funds is uncertain due to a variety of economic and demographic factors, including demographic shifts, increasing life expectancy, inadequate contributions, and economic uncertainty. This is an issue that affects millions of people around the world, and it's important that we all stay informed and engaged in finding solutions to ensure that retirees are able to enjoy a comfortable and fulfilling retirement. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content on important social and economic issues. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family so that we can continue to raise awareness about this critical issue. Together, we can work towards a future where retirees have the financial security they need to live a happy and healthy life in retirement. Thank you for watching.